guys, so this video is going to show you how to calculate the slope of a data set. So this is just a position time graph. It's what we're going to be working in class. Here, what we're looking at is we're trying to create the slope for this position time graph. So how we do that is very simple. So we're going to create a slope for each one of these single data sets. But Excel has a really nice way of analyzing this data for us. So what we will do, so if we take the slope of a position time graph, that the slope is always going to tell you the velocity. So the way you do that is you enter the function. Now to enter the function data set in Excel, you're just going to have to click enter. Okay, and once you click enter, it will open up and it will prompt you for what is it that you want to calculate. So we want to calculate the two data sets. We want to calculate the slope between this time interval here. So what we do is you open parentheses, y2, that's our y2, minus y1, close the parentheses, all over x2, open parentheses, x2 minus x1. Okay. Now, all you have to do now is click enter, and it's going to calculate that slope for you. So here you have the calculated slope. As you can see up here, you have the calculated slope of cell F6 over F5 minus F5 divided by cell E6 over the cell E5. And it's just Y2 minus Y1 all over X2 minus X1. Okay, so now you calculated that. Now, instead of having to do that for every single interval, all you have to do is you see this little box on the side. If you hold that box, so go ahead and click on it, hold it, and then just drag it all the way down. What it does is it auto-populates every single function for the following cells. So here you just calculated every single slope for this particular data set. Okay, now this would be your velocity since you calculated the slope for each one of these small intervals. All right. Now, when we calculate or creating a scatter plot, when we create the scatter plot, what we do is we highlight the data that you want to click on scatter, scatter, and then you click insert, go to this little box here, you click on that, you click scatter, and it automatically gives you this line here. Okay, now this would be, I'm looking at my time and my position. So this is my scatter plot for my position time. Okay, now in order to get a velocity time, you kind of have to grab both of these. So you have to have velocity, you take your velocity, you're going to have to put it to the side. Okay, so just Control V. Now if this happens and a will occur to you guys, and you just use Control C, Control V, right click, and then it's going to have paste options. It has this 1, 2, 3. You just want to paste the values of velocity. So go ahead and click paste values of velocity, and then match that with the time. So now we'll be able to create a velocity time graph. So here you have your time, there you have your velocity, and same way that you created a position time graph, you're going to create a velocity time graph. So again, highlight your data. Now that you highlighted your data, go to insert, scatter, first option, and now you have a velocity time graph. Okay. Now adding the trend lines. So this plus sign will help you add the trend line. Your trend line, and then you have that linear line. Now, it depends on what type of data set you have. If you have a linear, you can go ahead and just, if you want to change it, go ahead and click that. It will be linear, or you can have other, or quadratic. It depends on what we're doing. But this is the gist of Excel overall. The main thing that I want you guys to take out of this is this function that we have here. Okay, now I will be in class, so if you guys have any questions, of course, just raise your hand and I'll come over and try to help you with any technical functions. Okay, so with that said, let's go ahead and start class. So you can go ahead and don't exit out of your computer. I have a demonstration to show you guys, but that would be all. All right, thank you.